Path of Sin Greed. I love point-and-click adventure games, but the problem with those games is that they can be really bad if it's not done correctly. If there's a bunch of backtracking, pointless puzzles, or vague solutions, it could take all the fun out of the game. And unfortunately, this game has all three of those things. Now, the story behind this is that you're a detective who has come to an island to investigate a suicide. You quickly deduce that it was a murder. There was a lot of things that I liked. I think graphically it looked nice, and it was fully voice acted, which is a lot less common than you might expect. Plus, there's a very generous hint system that will basically help you figure out what you need to do next. The problem comes from the way they roadblock you. It's not clever in the slightest. They just throw in a lot of boxes and doors that can only be opened with a very specific item. And I'm not talking about a key, little like trinkets you have to put into a box. Who buys all these boxes that just can't be opened without one random item? It was like the game was trying to replicate an escape room, but forgot to make it fun. It was so tedious. Usually the boxes that you opened had another item in it that you used on another box or door. The idea that anyone on this island would lock up their stuff in random boxes and make overly complicated ways to get into their own rooms was insane. What did the builder have a contest one day? Alright guys, let's see how many hidden compartments we can put in this house. Even worse is when they occasionally have you do puzzles to unlock something. And once again, these puzzles usually only hit some random object that only slightly moved the story forward. There was just way too much padding when it came to the puzzles. Although I should have seen it coming in the beginning when I was given a dossier on the people in this house and all the pictures were torn up and I needed to put them back together. What in the world? There wasn't even a story reason for this. Like the propeller cut it up accidentally. They acted like it was totally normal to have a file handed to me in pieces. They will let you skip these puzzles, which I really appreciated. I had no interest in doing them, as they were really only there to stretch out the game, and had no logical reason for even being there. They actually have a fast travel system, which will actually show you the locations that have things to do in them. So that was nice. So you don't have to remember too much on which room has what. But it is still annoying to have to go to some random room for some item that barely makes sense for it to be there. As negative as they sound, I did like the overall mystery. It's too bad that's only 20% of the game, and the rest is just running around doing puzzles for no reason. Now, some of these puzzles are actually hidden picture parts, and I did like these. They give you a list of things to find, and unlimited tries to find them. So, theoretically, you could click on everything to find them. Plus, the hint system will show you where it is as well. However, I didn't really need it as often in these parts, as it wasn't that hard. Sure, some of the items were well hidden, and sometimes you would need to find another item to find it, but they would color that item in blue, so you knew which ones you needed to uncover something first, so you wouldn't be frustrated looking for something that wasn't currently there. Path of Sin Greed had potential. However, it was hampered by bad gameplay decisions. They should have cut out about half of the boxes and doors you needed to open. It was just so excessive. It would have made solving those puzzles much more exciting, other than knowing it was just going to lead to another puzzle, that in turn would lead to another, until you finally move forward on the actually interesting murder plot. Now, usually it's $14.99, but I picked it up for $1.49 when it was on sale, and at that price, it's totally worth it. However, anything over $5, I'd say it's not. The game looks and sounds great. It's the puzzles I didn't like. It took an interesting premise and bogged it down with pointless quests. So for those reasons, I would say if you like adventure games and this actually interests you, I'd say wait for this to go on sale.